Alright, how's it going? I am basically going to put together a essential guide for running the Turing test at any percent. So there's a few prerequisite things you need for the to run the game. I have this annoying bar on the bottom there. I'm just gonna talk during this because there's really nothing to do here during this beginning. There's a few essential things you need to do in some of the, I think it's the ini file, that you need to add some parameters there to essentially uncap your frame rate. With that too, you can open up the console with the tilde key next to the 1. You could do show FPS, show space FPS. Well, actually, sorry, it's not show, it's stat FPS. That was in another game. So on the top right, you get your FPS counter. FPS matters a lot for the glitches in this game, specifically the kickflip box glitch. So you can alter your frame rate too by in the same console doing, and you only have to do this once. You won't have to do this in the beginning of every run. You do this once and then it's all finished. You T period max FPS space and then the number for what FPS you have you want. I do 240. I don't know why. I just do. I notice things don't really go higher than 240, so this is kind of where I just put it at. But just as a proof of concept, if you throw it down to 30, you can see first of all the counter on the right, and you can see how crappy the frame rate gets. So I'm gonna put that back up. Okay, so the beginning is the basic. You kind of don't get to do anything else. There's really nothing else to interact with. You should run and get your gun. Something interesting too, sometimes I see this kind of, I think this is the gun. If it stays there. This is a gun. But this doesn't happen every run too. This is always a curious thing. I don't really know what that is. You know what? For the sake of the video, let's go see if I can still find it. Here it is. Oh. Yeah, there's a gun. There's just, okay, I never noticed this. So there is a gun in the chamber that you awakened from. Note to future self, or any other people running it. That might be something. You never know. So you get your gun. Only thing to note here is that no matter what, you get your view back opposite to the way you were facing. So you're not gonna end up like this. So you don't have to like do an unnecessary spin. You can kind of just keep running. That's small, very very small optimization kind of thing. So I got rid of the I turned down the dialogue audio all the way, just because I kind of got tired of listening to that same conversation over and over again. So you're gonna get to hear more of me. I tend to jump down these stairs because I noticed if you just plop down them, it kind of slows down your momentum just a wee bit. Again, that's really nothing you need to do. It's just a very, very, very small optimization. I notice I get like maybe maybe at most a second more on this, but for the most part, the prologue, this whole thing, from waking up, which is where the timer starts, to getting all the way down to the first level, is usually about 3 minutes and 7 to 6 seconds. It's really, unless someone finds a way to skip this whole thing, this whole cutscene. This isn't even a cutscene because this is still player control, very slightly, at least from the camera. It's probably gonna remain that. So the game doesn't really start until the first chapter. I'm trying to think of anything else to draw attention to while there's this time in between. You might see me jump a lot. It doesn't do anything. It's, at least when you're running around normally. There is one moment in like the interlude of the game, if you can call it that, when you're spoilers. I don't think anyone cares. When you're going to find out that you're being controlled, and you go through that whole thing where it sucks in your camera. There's a few moments there where jumping helps, but jumping really doesn't make you go any faster. At least not that I know of. So again, you don't have control here, so you can't do anything. Jumping's just a habit. Keeps me busy. Okay, so another thing to note here too, these load times, so far, the way the runs are on speedrun.com, the load times count towards the time. So what I've noticed is, to kind of help out with that, preload every level once. I'm going to finish my statement first. Preload the beginning of each chapter first, so the first chamber of each chapter, so you have that initial load. I've noticed it goes a bit quicker. The load times tend to go a lot quicker if I've been playing for a certain amount of time, and it's usually like the first run through I'll do is really slow because I actually turn off my computer, unlike a lot of people, so everything has to, I guess, reload. So chamber 1's easy. This whole section, chamber 1, pretty easy. You just start to get really quick with it, like knowing that this is here, and kind of running and just aiming very quickly. A lot of this basic stuff just kind of rewards good and quick aim, I guess precise. Ladders suck in this game. You can't really do anything about it. You just have to make sure you don't hit E twice. Just know that you're getting on there, because if you can fall off of it. Just flip this. These are all just, there's nothing special here. This is just doing the chambers quickly. Running over here, grabbing this, plopping it in there. And things like that. Oh, well, I can't explain it. I can't go back. Things like that, to where if you notice the receptacle was on the side of the door. The door takes time to open. So if you're able, the quicker you're able to get that in, the quicker the door gets to open, the quicker you can get. You don't have to jam yourself into the door, lose all your motion, and then have to go again. So it's just a small thing to try to strive to do. This one's kind of cool. I always like doing this. Box in the receiver. Grab the energy from here. So you do like this motion where you take out the box and put it on the floor, and plop this in, pick up the box again. So you just do it really fast. Kind of look back and forth a bunch, and you take the box over here and plop it in there. You'll get the box kind of like finds itself, usually, how it just kind of clips in there. There's been times when I've been just going so quick, I kind of just like, well, I got it there, so it wasn't a good example. I kind of missed, and that sucks because the box kind of flies around. This is another example of like getting this in really quick. So if you're getting this and you're like missing and you're missing and you're struggling to get it and you're moving, and then you're over here, you jam yourself into this door and you really don't get like a full run. Whereas if you are able to grab it and like get it here, as soon as you flick over, the door's already open and you just fly on through. This is annoying because this magnet turns on and off, so sometimes your box kind of will be a little crazy and fly down here like that. That's about it. Just here. One thing to note, and you'll see a lot, anything that's a lever so things that move back and forth like this, you can either use um, your mouse as it shows, or you can use the direction on the keys, which in this case would be A and D. Now the game kind of rewards you in a way of if you do both. So if you do the directions, so I'll be hitting D and moving my mouse right, it actually goes quicker, and that's true for every lever operation in the game. This one is not too complicated. It just kind of the energy spawns here. You change its place, and then you flip the switch, grab the box. So now this door is open because you flip the switch. Well, the box opens the door. You need both of these to open it. And then you quickly, as you're coming through here, set yourself up to be already looking right, so you can grab the energy back. And from all the way over here, be able to place it into the door, so the door will already be open by the time you get there. This is a kind of a two-parter. Hit the left room first, switch the energy, and flip the switch. Now you're gonna have to grab this when you come out, so about face and stare at it. And you want to walk through the door and grab it at the same time, and then really quickly turn around and plop it up here. Run over here, flip this switch, then you want to grab both. This one on this side, which honestly is very annoying because whenever I'm doing this fast, like I can never seem to get a good aim on it, even though it's big as hell. Like this doesn't, all this, you see it not lighting up. All of this doesn't work. So you have to, and even some bottom, it's like this pixel like right here and further. Now you don't, I mean, obviously if you're going really quick, you don't want to come all the way in here and do that. You just kind of want to plop in, grab it, grab the second one, and plop them both in the door. I don't really like calling them, I'm just going to keep calling it energy. I don't really know what to call it. This is a pretty cool chamber to where you can kind of keep your momentum moving. So I often run through here. I try to get the, you can see it's being blocked. I can't grab the energy out of here. I kind of run through as quick as I can and jump to get it down. Because the quicker I get it down, the quicker I can get on, and the quicker I can get up here. So now as I'm going up, I don't have to wait for these two to actually be completely touching to get over. I often just kind of stare at these bad boys and jump through, and as I'm jumping over, I'll take this with me because I no longer need it. No longer needs to be here. And you drag it into the next one, so it's going up. That wasn't a good example. And then the last one's up here. So now so I'm just I'm side strafing and just jumping up. You tend to have to get a feel for how it goes. You can end up doing it pretty quickly. Now that's there. You know, you come in, jump up, over. Oh, that's the bad thing that can happen when you get when you're feeling too froggy. You can kind of mess it up. Okay, that's chapter 1. No tricks, just the chambers just quickly. Very small kind of, I guess, quality of life things you can do to make your run faster, but that's about it. Chamber 2 is when everything starts to go to hell, because all the tricks come into play, and this is probably the most RNG chapter. First chamber is no problem. You come in here, you flip the switch, you run through this door backwards, and you want to grab this energy. So the door closes behind you. Now I've noticed some people will hold on to this, come around and do the same thing here and grab both of them, and then shoot both in. I just shoot it in. I'm facing this way and I'm running this way anyway. I'm just shooting it in, and I always put it on the top so I remember. It's just a habit I formed. And you do the same thing on the other side. Alright, this fucking chamber. Okay, so this introduces the kick flipping. So kick flipping is essentially things you do, a trick you do with the box where you place it against the wall. And it's basically flushed against the wall with like maybe a few inches of space. You plop yourself into it so it leans against the wall, and then you have to basically whichever direction we want to go in. So let's say we want to go up and to the right. I'm going to move my mouse pretty quickly. Sorry, that was to the left. To the left. I wanted to go this way anyway. You basically go into the direction, so I'm moving my mouse kind of very abruptly, but also on the same. You have to try to keep the like. Think of it as here. This is a good example where you have your y-axis like a Cartesian plane. You have your x-axis and your y-axis, right? If I'm looking here, I don't want to have any slope. I'm gonna get it's all right. This is like a throwing in weird math, but I don't want to have in my mouse motion. I do not want to have any slope. You want to stay completely even as you can. So sometimes I actually, if when I set myself up here and I'm ready to go, I'm ready to spin. I actually don't even look at the screen. I'm looking at my hand. I'm looking at my hand on the mouse pad, and I'm making sure. No, that was a bad one. I'm making sure that my hand is moving fluidly over I guess like a slope of nothing, just a straight line. So for the actual specific, so you can see I was able to fly up here. The actual specific of what you need to do is you need to do exactly what I just did. Get yourself up here, but this damn box has to come with you too. That's the annoying part. It's the box coming with you. Once you get kickflips down, you can essentially get yourself anywhere you need to go. This is going to take me a few times now. There we go. That got up there. You can essentially get yourself anywhere you need to go, and this is used a lot in the run, so you have to get comfortable with this. Just the chambers with a box has to come with you are the worst things in the world. Two things that can happen is the box can actually get stuck in there, because this is an open surface here. So the box can fly in there, and you can't get it back out. You have to basically restart the chamber or restart your run. Some tips I've noticed. I usually set my box up in relation to this black line, right to the left of it. And I don't, where I look, I've noticed that for me it matters. I look straight, as straight as I can get. And then I spin all the way around. I don't flick and come back, because sometimes I don't fly as high. If I can overkill it and really get myself up there, and you'll know how fast you're going by how much like slant your view model gets. You can see sometimes it'll look like I'm super flying and leaning to the left. I'm not getting any good examples here. Game's making a fool of me. And this is usually where I restart a lot. So okay, box has to come with you. Let's just get it back up here. I'm just gonna use this time to practice and maybe show a few more examples. This would have been wise for me to have like a mouse cam too, but trust me, I'm just moving my mouse to the left very quickly. I have a rather large mouse pad, so I have room to do so. That helps. I really don't think where you place it, as long as you're not like over here, where you place it doesn't matter. I've toyed around with trying it on this side and going to the right and getting up, but that just increases the chances of the box going into that chamber, and you don't want that. Oh, that was close. We can just get this up normally if this doesn't work. If this is taking too long, let's just do that. So if you're interested in the no major glitches run, plop the box over here and do the puzzles as intended. No major glitches is the run archetype for no kickflips, and it's listed in the rules. I forget what else isn't allowed. So I'm just doing the puzzle normally because I want to continue for example's sake. But in any percent, you do the box jump glitch, and ideally you get it first shot, and it saves you a lot of time. This chamber is just a bridge. You just have to make so that the energy you're grabbing is to the far left, so kind of start and grab it. Get over the bridge, come back over, you have to grab it from where you took it back from. And now you're in this one. Alright, this puzzle is essentially the same thing with the box glitch. The box is down there. You and the box basically need to get back up here. There's two ways you can do that. There's two areas you can do it. Essentially, what you'll do every time is move the bridge over. Again, I'm doing this by holding E, because you have to hold E, and then hitting A and moving my mouse to the left, so it's a bit quicker. And you can actually, it has some, like, I guess, momentum to it, so you can let go of E a bit quicker, and it kind of flies over, so you're not locked into this. So you can kind of, like, get it around, and you're already running over it as it's still going over, so that's kind of nice. You grab this energy, you hold on to it. You jump down, you grab the box. I've seen people do the box jump over here. Again, same thing. You just flop yourself over. Almost got it first shot. That would have been sweet. I don't like this way because I always seem to end up in here, right? So this does one or two things. If the box is like just getting over, sometimes you can catch it, and that's awesome. Second, if it doesn't get over, this takes me more time to get back down, because sometimes I'll get stuck here, and like I won't be able to get back over, or I can't drop down there or something like that. No one's gonna really reset by not getting it first shot unless you're really into beating world record. So I usually give it maybe 3, 4, 5 shots, depending on how the run's going, how I'm feeling. So like being able to recover is a bit important to me. I don't like it over there for that reason. I do it right over here, because it usually can plop right exactly where you need to go. Where I place it is to the left of this first black line. To the right. Sorry, I'm getting all these directions messed up. And bam, there you go. That's the intended outcome. To continue it, once you do get this up here, you're all happy that you actually did that. You and the box run over. You have to grab this here as well, but not only when you're on the other side of the bridge, or else you'll fall. So you and the box come over. I jump and throw the box essentially by just hitting E and quickly turn and grab that. So you do like a really quick motion, come back and get the box again, and then just plop everything in. All right, this is an interesting one because I get to introduce the box stealing glitch. I don't want to say that. I guess I did. I kind of figured this one out. I'm not gonna say I invented it because that sounds stupid. I kind of figured this one out by just toying around with the game. I've noticed that you can kind of, as you're walking through the door, you can kind of still see the box. And if you noticed, oops, get in there, please. If you noticed, I'm halfway through the door, so when I take this, it'll actually bump me out. So what you can actually do is run through the door and essentially just hit E and grab the box. So now I have the box through the door. It's no longer over there. This is pretty sweet. This saves you a lot of time on certain puzzles. In my run, I actually don't do that on this one because I tend to have issues with this one. I was getting pretty fed up, so I just did the puzzle normally. I've compared the two by getting the box steal first shot and you know, doing this and grabbing the last energy and coming over here, plopping these two in. I've compared that with doing it the normal way very quickly, and you really only get about 2 to 3 seconds. So that 2 to 3 seconds to me wasn't worth the aggravation. Now in this one, it is worth the aggravation. I 100% will do the box steal glitch here. This is another back-to-back when you have the box in here, plop it into here. So I'm really just side strafing and hitting E, and it takes me. I'm kind of moving my mouse to the left to inside, and it takes me a few. Honestly, usually always takes me a few tries to get through. Ideally, of course, first shot. What's really nice about this is you already have this box up here. You can come over here and just fulfill this puzzle here. Grab both energies and you're finished. Now, the other way to do this is to kickflip up there, which I don't like to do. I like to minimize the amount of kickflipping going on. At least not so much kickflipping. It's kickflipping with the box coming with you. I want to minimize that. You only have to do that twice in the run. I don't really want to introduce another way to do that. So, like I said, with the box steal, the objective is you and the box are up there, right? You could do that with kickflipping by that. You can either do it on this side, kind of just trying to flop you and the box up there, just like the other two puzzles, or you can do it on this side. In the times that I've done this, I prefer, wow, it worked. I prefer this side because, you know, just like that. It seems to just work out better for me. There's no real rhyme or reason. So you complete the puzzle, grab both energies, plop them in there, and you're at this one, which is just alternating when this goes into the receptacle. There's really no magic here. You can essentially skip this whole puzzle. You see the ominous Sarah walking around. You can essentially skip this entire puzzle by going up the stairs, dropping down here, grabbing this energy, running to the final set of the stairs, and plopping it in this left receptacle. So it opens up this bridge. You can make this jump if you get on the railing and not fall off the railing. If you get on the railing and just run and make the jump, and that eliminates a lot of the puzzle. This one is just the puzzle done quickly. And that's it. A lot of the game is really just a puzzle done quickly. This one's another example where you need to get this energy and plop it up into here. But, you know, as you're moving, you just get used to where everything is, and you can kind of start to fluidly do the puzzle quickly. And that's really where a lot of your time comes from. It's being able to do the motions and the aiming very quickly. This one's not too bad. I kind of run down here, grab this, and you do the quick exchange from this. You need the box, but the energy you have in your gun needs to get in there, so you do the kind of motion. It's just grabbing the box out, placing it on the floor, and then shooting the energy in. You run around here, grab this, and this is another example of, like, again, just being accurate with your shots and kind of just keeping the whole fluid motion of the run going. So you don't want to run into the door, right? So as you're coming around, you grab it, and you want to, from here, as you're turning, you want to be able to plop it in there so you can bolt the door. And that's chapter 2. If you're really into running and like really trying to hone in on like your PB or the world record, you will most likely not see this portion of the game very often, because you'll just be resetting at chapter 2. So yeah, this is loading quite slowly for me because I've just loaded up this game to do the video. Chapter 3 is pretty nice. It is full of some pretty basic kickflips, not having the box to come with you. This is an example. You do want to take the energy out of here, generate the box with this box generator device, and then take it out and place it right against the device itself. And you just do a very basic kickflip to the right, but you actually want to get up there. So kickflip to the right, that wasn't a good one. If you notice that you're not getting them, like it's just really not working out for you, double check your frame rate. Because in the beginning stages when I was running this game and I found out about the whole kickflipping thing, I couldn't do it. I just straight up couldn't do it. And I had no clue why. So I put the game down for a while and I came back to it, finding out that, you know, it's a frame rate dependent thing. The higher the frames, the better. I don't I don't remember that puzzle. I don't think there was nothing really to that. It was just again the puzzle done quick. This one is another kickflip. Take the energy out of here because you'll need this. Oh, this is actually a really cool one. You'll need that energy out of there. You basically want to get up to that platform. So you in the box, come over here, kickflip your way up there. Where the box goes doesn't matter. You want to make yourself the bridge over here. Once you get over the bridge, take the energy back, run up these stairs, and steal this energy as well. Now, you can essentially get over there by jumping on this lamp right here. You jump on the lamp and you jump back over. You can do that by jump, jump, and that's it. This one's pretty easy. The only slight optimization here is the fact that you're dealing with levers. So you're dealing with a lever here and a lever up there. So you're opening and closing this door, and you're moving this ramp down. So with the trick with levers is, like we said, you know, make sure you use the mouse and the key direction at the same time, so everything moves a bit quicker. You make yourself the door to get open. Make yourself a ramp to get down. You don't actually have to use the ramp, and then you want to close the door again to cut off that beam. Run back up around, and your door will be open. This one is pretty cool. This is just a clever way. This is no glitch. It's a clever way to use the puzzle. Essentially, the box is stuck to the magnet, and you can't get past it because the box so perfectly lines up with that line that will kill the magnet's power. Now, the box will come back, and if you try to wait till it gets back up, this will just keep happening. But the box takes time to travel up to the base of the magnet, so you can actually get it underneath and just basically skip what you have to do. To finish off the puzzle, you have to get the box down, so that's controlled by this right here. You want to grab that, and then just plop the 2 right in. This is a bit of memorization once you get through. You want to switch these 2. So this green one that's alternating, you actually hold on to this, and there's a blue one in here, which is a static energy that just stays on. You need that in here. So what I do is you take both of them and then immediately shoot the blue one in here. So you start with this one because your gun acts as a stack, so it's last in, first out. I think that's how it is. First in, last out, I guess you can say. So we'll take this one. So the next one we're going to shoot is this one. So we'll shoot this one, and this will start going over, and you want to make that jump over with it, just because that acts very quickly. Take the box. You actually don't even need to shoot this here, because you don't need this platform to move at all. You as the player and the box can just simply make this jump, and the box goes right in there. Then you shoot your alternating green one in here, and these doors will start to open and kind of they kind of alternate. So you just have to be diligent as you go through. You'll never make this ever. You won't make it. So don't worry about that second door. You always get stuck there. This one's pretty neat. There's this energy that operates this lift. Not the lift. It's kind of like a platform. You want to get the box up there, so you kind of bolt up these stairs and throw the box up there. As you come over here, you'll grab this, and the box will fall into there. Close this door and open that door. So slowly, it's run up, get the box up there. So I just let go of E. Now you could come through to verify that you will be through this door, but you have the time it takes for the box to be up here to fall on the platform to get through the door. And that actually gives you enough time for this door to open too. So if you come through here and do this, you could get stuck on the door. But if you're just, a okay, I threw my box. I'm doing the speed run. I'm coming around. I can just take this here and know that I can get through the door. That's about it. This one is there's a slight trick to this one. It's not a trick. It's kind of just a clever way to get the energy through. So I switch these immediately because that's just a habit I do. And you have to line these up. Basically about, what would that be? Like 5:30, 5 o'clock maybe? So it all lines up here. That will open this door, and this is going back and forth. You're actually able to stand basically through the door and take this with you. So you're moving to the right, I'm grabbing it at the same time. And you can plop it into the receiver behind you. This is a fun one. This is a big kickflip you gotta do. Come over here to the lever, turn this rotating energy line thing into that receiver. That'll open the door here to grab your box, and then you and the box come over here. You need to get up there. The box doesn't matter. What could happen is, one, you don't make it. Second, you do exactly that, and you get yourself in here. You can't get out of here. This will soft lock the level, so you gotta restart the level. There's really not, I don't know, there's not much you could do about that. It doesn't really happen to me. It only happens, honestly, when I was practicing or demonstrating. If I actually, I'm trying to think if it happened to me during a run. Not really, because I kind of just really flick myself up there and get into the door. This is the last puzzle. I've seen people just alright, this is weird. Okay, these levers operate the platforms that come down, right? I've seen people just bring this one down, hop on it, and wait to get all the way up to about here to get over, and then get down. That wastes time. It's a few seconds, but it wastes time. Get this one down. Get it down as far as it can go, because it goes up, and it goes up at a steady rate, right? And it stops. It doesn't go all the way back up. It generally stops. This one isn't stopping. You get this one down as well. That was too far down, but you want to get it kind of around here. It generally stops like right around here. See how it's not coming up anymore? It doesn't actually stop. It's just so slow. The perspective of when you're up here doesn't really make it much. So you can kind of get over here quicker. Grab this. You have to set up these to be cascading. This one you actually don't touch at all. This one you lift up to the max. This one you lift up kind of midway. And this one you don't touch because you can kind of just lift yourself up this way. That is chapter 3. I think it's chapter 3. Yeah, this will be 4. Alright, this one is essentially the puzzle done quickly. When you start off, grab the box that's closest to you. You don't want to grab that one because you don't want to make unnecessary runs. So you'll grab the one to the right, come over here, and throw it into that corner. Come back, grab the one that's closest to you. Now you see why we grabbed the other one first. And kind of line it up with this whole line structure we got going here, and then come up the ladder. What you'll do is you'll use the this lever and this magnet to grab this. Now you only need to peek the magnet out a bit, because the box is really attracted to this heavy magnet, and it'll kind of follow its way up. Place the box onto there, which creates the bridge, and then you need to bring the magnet over there so it lifts up that box to disconnect that line. These are just 2 bridges. Bring them down. These are alternating platforms. To basically quickly solve this, there's these 2 middle ones that matter. Just switch these. So quickly you do grab, you do take, insert, and then they're the way they need to be. This is kickflip because we have a box all the way up there. The only thing you need is this this energy. So I kind of run through. I kind of throw the box over, and as I'm doing it, grab it. Sometimes you can catch the box too, which looks really cool. So you get like brownie points, you get style points for that. This is just your quintessential kickflip. That was way too good. Sometimes you can actually get a kickflip that's too good, and you have so much momentum that when you hit the ceiling, it still like projects you across the room. That one was too good. It's kind of like a kick in the nuts when they're too good, because you're like, well, I'm trying here. Don't tell me they're too good. This one you could just do the puzzle quickly. Come over here, plop this into here. There's a glitch where you can get, there's like a few pixels where you can. All right, let me show you. There's energy behind this door, but you can actually still get the energy out of here. As you can see it lighting up. There's a pixel wide where the door like basically is open, where you can grab this, right? And that that's a really cool glitch, and that should save you time. But you fiddling here trying to find the pixel actually wastes time, because this puzzle is so fucking simple. So, you come over here, you plop this into here, right? You come back, grab the second box, and line it up here, because this box has to come here anyway. And then grab it here. So this is open. This just quickly opens with your body that's blocking this. And you come back and you do the exchange here. So the exchange is you need the box and you need the energy you have in your gun to be out. So we do the really quick motion of doing all of that. And then you stack the boxes. Done. Not much here. Magnet grabs that box. Set it up over the button. You want to take the energy out of here, come through this door. This door is alternating, and you need this, but they give you a storage location here, so you need to basically swap what you have, right? So shoot the blue one in here, grab the green one, grab the blue one, shoot the blue one in here. Remember, your gun acts as a stack. And then shoot the green one up here. So now the box will alternate the magnet will alternate and make these platforms move, so you can get through. Kickflip. Grab the box, place it into here. Step on the button. Grab this top energy out of here. Grab the box again. Come over here and do the kickflip that you're so good at now. Use the energy you got to finish off the puzzle. This one is, you have to do some rearrangement of these, specifically the bottom and the top. I do the bottom and the top one. And I'll show you why. Because you're able to start this puzzle the minute you walk in. Right? You could see it from here. So I have an easier time aiming at the bottom one and the top one, because they're the extremities of everything. The middle one I can mess up. So you essentially want to take, give. So that's how basically the doing exchanges with energy in this game is like take, give. I'll kind of say that a lot. So if we did that motion, if we come back over here now, this door is steadily open. Now you need to take one of these with you. As you're walking through the door, you take the one that's off. So right now, this purple one's off, green one's off, purple one's off, green one's off, purple, and you have to kind of see this as you're running. So that's the one you want to take. So I'll take. Oh, wasn't quick enough. Because exactly that'll happen. You'll be screwed, and you have to do this thing all over again. So you want to take the one that's off and run through before the door closes, and then place that one in here. Come back around at this window, grab it again, place it into the final door, and finish off. This one's pretty cool. You have this sliding bridge. Get it so it's just underneath this first kind of, I guess, divider, and then come around and grab this box. Now we don't actually have to do the puzzle because we can simply just kind of huck the box over there and quickly run through the door. So what that does is it closes this door and opens the final door. So we'll throw that over, it closes that door, and opens this door. You can kind of do a cool little jump here. And that finishes that one off. This one's cool too. This is where you'll use the box steal. Now it doesn't really save you that much time, but it's cool as hell, so I like to do it. I do it here to get through, and then you need this box for the ending, so I kind of just flop it through. This one tends to be. I shouldn't even start talking. I was gonna say this one tends to be the easiest one. I don't know why. I tend to get that one very quickly or first shot. That one took me a few times. Actually, you know what? Let's try it again. This will take practice to kind of get a hang of. As you place it through, you can kind of just flop it. And then I just immediately put it in here. As you come across the bridge, grab the secondary box, and then grab the energy that's making the bridge exist. You and all the goods come through here and finish up the puzzle. This one's pretty simple. Come onto the second bridge, take both, wait for this to come over, and then plop this back in, which will create this bridge. Once you get on here, plop that into this receptacle to start to move the bridge back over. This is the last puzzle. This is actually a very annoying puzzle in the actual game. I thought it was annoying. You can just kickflip right up here. They give you the box, they give you the area, and you're done. So this is the first interlude. I'm gonna take a quick drink. This is the first interlude here. You no longer have your gun, and you kind of start to get I guess your camera gets taken over a bit, but you still maintain control. So there's the first thing when we go through this door where the screens that say you are controlled, right? You can jump into that screen to project yourself a bit further and continue jumping. So as we're running, we come through this door, we get these screens, jump, 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 and then it ends up being a bit quicker. Now with this, you're basically led through these doors until you get to here, and you slow down a lot. I just jump here as well. I just spam jump here. Sarah's talking to you. She's all upset. Tom's manipulating you, and then you get through. Come through into this thing, and now you are introduced to the, I guess, single-player co-op version of the rest of the game. You're locked right here, at least in the current state of the speedrun. I like to say that because who knows what will happen in the future. You're locked here because you need Ava to come all the way over here and to come to this door here in order for you to be able to switch this on. So right now, like, I can't. This is the switch that you have to hit E on as the computer. As Tom is his name. We'll call him Tom. As Tom, you need to let her in, but you can't here. You have to wait till she's over here. She'll bang on the door a few times, and then, be all upset, open the door. And as soon as it lights up, you can get it through. Swap over to the next camera. Now this is just hitting E. Oh, this is another thing I should mention. I'll mention it when we get to the chamber. She steps on this square right here, so you can set up, and then spam E to switch control. All you have to do here is just switch these. You can't. There's really no sprint. Well, it's kind of sprint. But like, I don't know. You can't really sprint that well. So from here, you can kind of side strafe and hold sprint as you get through. You tend to go a wee bit faster. It's like diagonally moving. I'm hitting W and A or W and D. Okay, one thing you want to do if you haven't done already, that'll be really important, is to change the default keybind for back. So controls, I have back here. The default is backspace, which is on the opposite end of the keyboard. I changed it to Q. That's not a key that's bound at all. It's just it's very local to where your left hand is anyway. The reason why this is important is because that's the way you get out of the camera. When you're Tom, you can either look back at Ava and hit E, which is a nightmare, or wherever you're looking, you can hit back and get through, which is very helpful. So here is the introduction to Tom. You guys have to open this. Second is the kind of quick exchange. So this is an example too, because you're not going to be able to see Ava anymore. So we have to get to this camera, come down here, open that up, and hit Q and get out. Most of these, there's not really too many tricks here for the rest of the run. A lot of this, it just rewards good aiming. It's just being quick with your aiming and everything like that. So this is a good example of why Q is so helpful, because sometimes you don't even have to be in Tom's view very often. So Tom has to switch this so you can get into here, but then switch it again, right? So he's toggling this switch twice. And when you run in, you face Tom, you look over, and you hit E to switch it over, right? And then Q. So you're out. Now, Tom's vision is still on that. So when you come through this door and go to Tom again, he's already looking at that. So you can immediately just hit EQ and get through. And then you're good. And then it's right up here if you don't get stuck on the stairs. So it's helpful. It makes the whole run a bit more fluid. And that's kind of what this game's speed run is really all about, kind of just being really fluid with your movement and with your shots. You can make this jump. That's it. You can make this jump. It's a bit annoying. I tend to miss it sometimes, so don't feel bad. I find it easier by looking down so I can see when the floor ends. Kind of line yourself up. Yeah, that's exactly how you can miss. There you go. You run yourself around here. Oh, wait a second. What if you just did this? That's your. Nah. You'll want to run over here. Basically, you want to grab this. I always hate grabbing this because of the perspective you have over here. I can't just like come over here and just bam. It's over here, so you tend to have to like stop your motion, come over here and look. So it's interesting. It's interesting if you just do it from here. So if you jump over, right, take, because you're already kind of there. Oh, that's why. See, that makes sense. That's why you don't take it there. Speedrun this game for so long, you forget how the puzzles actually work. And that's why, you take it over there. Great. Ooh. So this is a kickflip. This is the only one where you actually don't want the box to come with you. Because if you do, the magnet basically has to grab it. It's not the end of the world. The box comes with you. You just have to plop it down again. So you do a really quick, correct kickflip up to the side. Emphasis on correct. Wow, I really can't do this one here. There we go. So now the box is over here. You want to use this magnet to pick it up and get it over here. The energy is over here. So you want to first plop it into the magnet to power it. Go up to this camera here, control the magnet, and hover it over there. Right. Take the energy out of here and place it into the button so you power the button, and then it opens the door. This one is just you alternating between Tom and Ava to lift up the. Oops, did that wrong. To lift up the platforms. Because if you notice, you don't have enough, so you need to use Tom for the rest of the way to lift it up. The changing perspectives often is annoying. Sometimes you can get disoriented, but you get used to it. This is a cool one. Grab the grab the energy out of here, and you kind of can land on this beam, I guess. Um, switch over to Tom's view and move this platform. If you move the platform underneath Ava's feet, it puts her on it, and you can kind of drag her back over, which is kind of neat. I always found that funny. This one you don't have to go upstairs. You basically have to get Tom's camera down here so we can switch this. But in order to do that, you need to power his camera. So it comes down, switch that, and then grab it back out so you can get the door. This is an example of actually having to do the pixel glitch. This kind of sucks, but you just get it. If you just spam right click, you'll get it. You'll see kind of where it's at. I'm not getting it at all. There we go. Once you do get it, come over here and make this make that energy fly over to the right side, because you only need to be on the right side. We'll come in here and grab this box. Take the energy. Take the energy. And then we have all the 3 pieces to finish off. This one's pretty simple. Stand Ava on the box. Switch over to Robot Tom. Robot Tom handles like an idiot. This is just it's so weird. Get him over that bridge and onto this button, and then you can run through. I hate the way Robot Tom handles. It feels really janky to me, but I guess you get used to it. And that finishes off chapter 4. I forget which one. 5? No, I think that one's 5. We'll find out. Yeah, that was 5. Okay, this is 6. So we're almost done. A lot of these are just Tom-based stuff. Very minimal tricks. It's just going through the puzzles quick. So we get Tom to open up that door, and then we have to have him close it again so we can open up this door for us. And you come through, switch over to Tom again, have him flop you over here. This is a pretty neat one. Switch this over so you can make yourself a platform, and you'll grab this red one. So this is the first introduction to red ones, to red energy. It basically like diminishes over time. So as you'll see, it basically gets you up here, and then you have to wait for it to take it again. Now what you could do is jump up, and you have some space in between here to take it anyway, so you don't have to wait. Right, now you immediately have it. Now there's 2 things. You need to build the bridge for yourself, but you'll see you have a limited amount of time, and then it falls. And then you have to open the door for yourself, right? So you hit the bottom one first, run over here, and then switch them. This is another red one. This is quick. Just reset it so you make yourself a bridge, and then you skip the puzzle by kick flipping. Right up there. This one is half Tom as well. Run all the way up here. Oh, this one introduces the fact that Tom can hold it. Well, not really. I guess that introduces the fact that you can take energy from Tom. So as soon as you run up here, grab this red one because it doesn't matter. You need to get it out of that receptacle. Switch over to Tom and have him drop down. Now, Tom kind of floats, so you can just drop all the way down. Have him eat up this energy and get him about face so you're showing your butt to Ava, because then she can take that blue energy and plop it into here. For this one, you can skip most of the puzzle by the end. We just want to get ourselves through this initial door. And you do that by flipping a switch down here. Tom's got to do that. So come over here onto the mid floor, grab the energy, come up to the top floor, run all the way over. As soon as you flip this over, he's going to start coming down here. So you want to kind of be quick with it. And then he drops all the way to the bottom, switches that open for you, and you can grab your energy again. So now the door is open. You and your energy run over here. And you don't nearly need to do this puzzle at all. This kind of makes things move back and forth. You don't need to do this. You can run on the side track. Now, it's not the actual track here. It seems like it's some intangible thing. Not intangible because you can clearly stand on it, but it's not visible to what you can stand on. You kind of just run yourself into the wall and then kind of use W and the direction you're going in to stay on the wall. Now, just like that, you can miss. To be honest, I don't really know why. Sometimes you just do it, sometimes you just don't. Plop that in, the energy you held to finish up the puzzle. This one is Tom getting stuck into there, so you have to open up the door for him and switch over. Have Tom step onto this button to open the door, grab the energy, and turn to about 90 degrees to the left, so you're showing your butt again. Ava will take that and switch over again. Then he'll take this one, and then again, about face. Now Ava has both, and that's what you want. Pop them both in. And almost done. So there's 2 ways to do this. There is a preferred way, and I guess an alternative way. The alternative way, I'll show you the preferred way. So the preferred way is grabbing this box, running all the way up here, plopping the box onto this pad. This will make this platform raise, and you want to jump on it as it's coming up. Right. So you jump up here. You're about halfway done with the puzzle. You want to inch your way over here and grab this, the energy out of here. It'll make this camera come over. Now what you could do in the time that the camera is coming over is plop it into here, because you need to switch to the camera. So you can kind of do like a whole motion of, let's wait till it's done. It's like grab, put in, change the camera, and then you use the camera to move the platform over to you, and then you're done, right? An alternative way. Now I don't know if this is faster. I don't think it is, because I just don't know. I think it's got some room for error, so I think it's just not worth it. That has like no room for error. Well, it's very small, but you'll never miss that jump. It's very easy. Alternatively, what you could do is take the box, come over here, take this so the camera comes over here, and then move the platform over already. Now the platform's over there, you have the box. You can, see exactly why. You can kickflip up there and then go through. I think both are fine. I think if you can do that the alternative way quick, and you can kickflip the first time right up there, I think you might save yourself a few seconds. I'm not sure. I haven't tested that. Oh, I fucking hate this one. Okay, I mess this one up all the time, and I actually mess this one up in my PB run. This is just straight memorization of what you need to do. I'll talk through it a bit, but it's just memorization. So I come through as Ava, I come to the left side, I take, switch to Tom. Tom comes on the platform, takes, switch to Ava. Ava backs up, plops it in here to lift Tom, switch to Tom. Tom moves over, plops it in here, switch to Ava. Ava moves over, switches back to Tom. Tom takes, comes over here, puts it into this receptacle, stands on this platform, switch back to Ava. Ava takes over here, stands on her own platform, gets him up, switch to Tom. Tom moves slightly up and to the right, switch back to Ava. Take it, put it in, take the energy here, put this one in Tom, switch to Tom. And then use that energy to get Ava up. Switch back to Ava. Get Ava off here, switch to Tom. Tom will take that, move over here, line up here. And then Ava has to run onto the platform. And then Tom can just plop her up here. I hate that puzzle. This one is the introduction to the gun. So you switch up to this camera, switch up to this gun, and it only takes one shot. So you don't really have to spray at it. You can just immediately hit Q as soon as the gun starts firing. This is the kickflip one too. You can make this jump here with the box, and you want to kickflip over there. The box again doesn't not have to come with you. Oops. This one's acting funny here. That platform wasn't really playing nice. This whole platform isn't playing nice, to be honest. There we go. And you want to stand Ava on this green platform, switch to Tom. Tom turns around, lifts Ava up, and she is done. That's chapter 6. Chapter 7 will be the last chapter. And then there's the epilogue, but there's nothing to do with the... I guess there's something to do with the epilogue. It's just killing killing Ava and not Sarah gives you the quickest ending. I guess I'll show that. Just for completeness sake. Alright, this one's a bit annoying. So you end up going through alternating platforms. I'll show them. These platforms are alternating. You can actually make the jump from here to here by using the momentum that this specific platform gives you. As it's going up, you kind of propel yourself over. Now, getting to that point is like this. As soon as you get through, take this purple. Go up the ladder. Purple's always on the left. Plop the purple into here. You can usually make it through the door. Take the green that's in here. Plop it into here. You can usually make it through the door first shot. Stand about here. Switch to Tom. Tom's about face. Come over here and stand him in this corner where you have vision of this blue one, and have Tom take it and then exit Tom. So that releases this. So now it's down here. Have Ava stand on here and then get vision on Tom again. He'll plop it back in here so it lifts you up. Now you're able to get onto here. You want to get onto both of these. So this is the one that you're going to be using to get over there. I time it like this. As soon as I'm all the way back here. As soon as it comes down, I start running. As soon as it hits its level position on its lowest section, I start running and I jump right at the end. So it goes like kind of like this. I will probably mess it up. Nope. Yeah, that messed up. So, and that usually kills a lot of time. If you do mess it up, and you gotta mess it up a lot to get a feel. You get the timing down, and then you're good. So you have to come all the way back around. Coming back up. That was a good one. Right over. So once you're over here, you have to interact with Tom a few more times, get up here, inch over to the corner, have Tom take, it lowers this platform, and then have Tom give it back in, and it'll get this platform up here. And you're done. This one's kind of just memorization too. It's really quick transfers between you and Tom. So inch your way over here, get vision on the Tom, have Tom immediately turn and take this energy out of here and come over to where Ava is so he can let her in. Tom stays in that corner for most of the time. Have Ava run through and come through both doors and then steal that energy out of here and plop it into, I guess, this holder, we'll call it. As soon as you do, switch over to the camera, have the camera switch over to Tom. Have Tom take what he put in here, come over here. Have him plop this, the one he just took, into here. Take the one that's being stored and put it into the furthest one over here to act as the first line to turn on the exit gate. So then you want to give Ava one as well. So we need to put another one in the storage. Now this door doesn't have a use anymore, so we can close it because we filled that port. And you can switch out of Tom, switch back to Ava, take that, and finish off the puzzle. Now just doing that quickly is just muscle memory. This one sucks. You can set up this platform so you can get to basically every single port in good time. The way you do that is placing it about right here. Now, what I'm looking at is here, this corner right here. Keep in mind where that corner is. Here's where it starts, and here's why I always put it. There's 3 cubes right here. 1, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2, 3. This third one, I put this corner right in the middle. There. And that's good enough. Jump over, switch over to Tom, and have him angle it. Now, the way it's angled is this corner here should be basically touching around this this corner of this I guess platform here, just about like that. So now you can get through. I can jump to here, I can jump to here, and I can get over here. We don't have to get over there yet. We'll do that in a minute. So once that is all set up, you jump over to the left, take the energy out of here, use the platform to jump to over here, and get it to create these stairs. Ideally, you should make that jump back over, and you want to grab the red energy. Once you do have the red energy, come back to the original console and just move the platform as far over as you can. So in this way, you can use W and push your mouse up. And then we'll use the stairs we created to run up here. Place this into here. Now remember, the red one is a timer, so you have to get over to this it'll lower this platform and raise it again, so you have to get over there quick. I mean, the game's designed for you to get over there, so just don't miss that jump. Okay, this one again is memorization, so you might have to re-watch this, but you'll get it. So as soon as you walk in, I'm gonna use take and give, right? I don't remember which is which. I don't remember the color because I just remember the sequence. The sequence is the easiest to remember. So as soon as you walk in, it's this one, take. In this room, take. Going over to the back room, give. Come through, take, give, take, give. So we essentially put these two in here, and the two that were here, we now have. So now that's open, that's staying open. Now as you run through, come back to this little room, give, one over to the right, take, give. Now everything is set up. You don't really have to think about why. I mean, if you're interested, play the game normally, then you should understand why all this works, because you've played the game normally. But the sequence is really all you need to remember. If you remember the sequence, you do this quickly. Once that's all set up, run down here onto the platform and start flipping switches. So now you're up here. So once you flip the switch, you need to switch out of Tom so you can move yourself over. You switch back to him. This is a little neat because you need to switch to this camera and then that camera. Now, the way the timing works out is you'll always see this second camera as soon as you switch. So here's what you can do. Switch, switch, switch. And now you're where you need to be. You flip that, switch, and this gets Ava up. So everything kind of lines up nicely with those cameras. For this one, you can cut this line by just running into Tom. You move him over very slightly, and then get Ava onto here and switch to Tom. Get Tom onto this platform, and then that makes Ava come up. Move this light bridge over, come on over here, take this energy and use that to get Tom up here. I run back over and then switch over to Tom, and get Tom over back here as well, because you need him. Let's move this back over, and then I switch to Tom. I get him set up by standing right about here, which is left of the lever podium, and then run Ava over. Take that the energy here, plop it into here, so we create this bridge, and move the bridge as far up as you can get it. Move Ava all the way over, and then we're in this little kind of man trap looking thing. Through this great switch over to Tom, drop him down so he cuts off this line. That essentially opens up the door for Ava. Now we can get up. This one's pretty easy. There's a lot to it. Like the actual puzzle, there's a lot to this, but you can skip basically all of it. Take the energy through here because we don't need that button. Run over to about this corner so you can have vision of this receptacle into the magnet. run back over to the podium that controls the magnet. And we have to set this up a very particular way. Easiest way I found to do this is on a kind of like an oh, we didn't want Tom to be in there. That actually ruins it. Get off there, Tom. Here, let's get him off. I'll move this back over. Right. Sorry, Tom. So that's up there. So this is on like an X and Y axis kind of control, right? What you want to do is get it as far over to the left corner as you can, and as soon as it's there, get it over to the right just a bit. So you can see this is as far as it can go, and this is where I want it. Even that's about too far. This is probably good. And you'll see why. We run up to this ladder. Staying on this final thing that's going to be risen for us. No, Tom's usually right over here, but we moved him, so it's okay. We still have vision. Switch over to him and run him into the magnet. He is going to start to be lifted up, and because you've positioned this correctly, you have vision of this this switch right here. This is the final switch that solves the puzzle. So flip it, and switch over to Ava, and it raises the ladder up. You don't have to do any of this puzzle. You can come over to this corner. You can have slight vision of the gun. Switch over to the gun and shoot the box. And that solves the puzzle. This one basically runs itself. This is pretty cool though. This is just the puzzle done quickly. As soon as you run in, it's kind of the sequence you have to remember. I'll just go through the sequence. There's one here, one here. It's take, grab the box, come up this platform, jump on the platform, set the box up exactly halfway, like right in the middle, and then shoot energy over here to get the platform moving. You can run over here and wait. The box will cut off this to get you on, and then shoot. Oh, sorry, take again, so the box starts moving back over. As you're running over here, shoot it into here because this will push the box onto that button and also give you a platform here. And that solves it. This one is the only last trick that's involved. So as you walk in, we're going to do the box steal glitch one more time. You could do a kickflip here, but this is another one where you need to quote-unquote land the kickflip, i.e. the box comes with you, which fuck that, I hate doing that. So here's how you do it the way that I do it in my run. Take the energy out of here, come around, plop it into here so you can get through. Run across the platform, take the energy here, stand on the platform, pop the energy in here so you can make the platform move. Jump through this little section, take the box, drop all the way down, drop the box, close this door so you have the energy, place the box in here. We're going to do the block steal through here. Notice how many times it takes me. It's a bit annoying. But like, if you somehow get it, like first shot, it's the biggest time save. This one gives me the most trouble. Thankfully, I think in my run, I do it second time, which is like a fucking blessing. I swear this works. Now you're thinking to yourself, wow, this isn't worth it. It's really not. It is. I'm lying. This might be a good attempt, a good time to show you the way to do the kickflip anyway. I think I'm not moving my mouse enough. That one should have been it. Alright, I'm not gonna waste too much time, so let's do it this way. Here. Let's take this platform back over. So here's how you do the kickflip. You take this back over, and then you do the kickflip here. So you and the box have to go up there, right? This one isn't too bad because it's more of an enclosed space, so even if you get a lot of ricochets, it can usually find its way up there. Sometimes you can even catch it because you're so close. I've actually never done this in a real run. I've never used this because I've always done box steal. You know, I'm feeling hot. Let's try it again. One of my buddies had a sneaking suspicion that this is also frame rate dependent, but in the opposite way. So if we actually get it to max FPS 60, right? He's convinced that. Now I'm convinced too. Now that's what makes it work. But I'm able to do it on 240 anyway. I am able to do it. It's not impossible. It may be a little bit harder, but it's kind of ironic that as soon as I switch it over, it immediately works. Hey, you know, I just still more to learn about this game, I guess. This is the final chamber. Pretty easy. Come on over here. Flip this switch. Come on over here. Use this lever to get the magnet way over to the other end of the map. Take the box. Throw the box into the magnet. Now you want to jump onto this conveyor belt and switch to Tom while you're in midair. And I missed. So conveyor belt, Tom. Now your body's going around and it's going to cut off the line here that'll open this door. Come on up here and flip this switch to essentially finish the run. And that's the last actual puzzle. And this is the epilogue. Really not too much to do here. It'll be so awesome if someone finds a skip, or if I find a skip, to really just travel through this thing, because this will hack off minutes. Because this slows you down. I tend to, alright, what I do is I diagonally run, so I'm holding WD and sprint. I'm kind of looking to the left, so I'm still running straight. Maybe jumping helps too. Might as well. Jumping always helps. As soon as you get to here, you go even slower down this whole corridor. You still actually have control here, so make sure you kind of have control. It slightly moves you forward, but if you hold W, you definitely do go faster. I'm still holding Shift, doesn't do much, just W. It's actually not helping at all. You'll get to a point to where it's all cutscene and you lose control completely, and then you can kind of just wait it out. You'll see exactly when. So my mouse stops moving. There you go. Nope. Oh, yep, there it is. Yep. So once that dialogue comes on, where Tom placed the marker in your hands, that's when you can kind of reach for your drink and call your run a success. This game's kind of eerie without dialogue on. Right through the spacesuit, she gets cut. You get different visions of Tom. You can't do anything here. This will alternate to past levels. You can look around and admire the view if you'd like. You just see the Serenade walking through. Here is where you can actually do something. So look to the left, head over to this camera, head over to the server room, and so now you're controlling Tom's gun. So this is supposed to be like the big moral choice of the game. What do you do? Do you kill them or do you not kill them? We are. We are going to kill one, and she is on the left. So there's Ava and there's Sarah. So I'm going to kill Ava. That's on the left. That makes Sarah just run right over and turn you off. So she runs over. She'll do X amount of 360s. 1, 2. There we go. 2 360s. And then she'll turn you off. Once this goes to black, you can stop your timer. So now. And that's it. That is basically how to run the Turing test in its current state as of October 23rd, 2017. Hope we find some new stuff. I hope this maybe gets some more people running the game, because the more people running the game, the more people to find new cool stuff about it and make the run even better. So I hope this helped people out, and thanks for watching.